Dawson Rider with you.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Beast-X Ultrazord from Power Rangers Beast Morphers. This is the already put together version, meaning it's just one piece, not the anime or the manga, but just one solid figure piece. It's not 5 combinable ones in one different set. That's a totally different release. It's similar in vein to the others released previously, which I'm going to go ahead and do a comparison of while I'm thinking of it, but very similar to these releases here. Here we have the regular Beast-X Megazord, and then good old fake Ace over here. It's the similar release to this, where they're already all put together, they don't transform, they're just one solid figure with more minimal paint. Although one plus side to these is their sculpts are a little bit more accurate to what the suit looks like in the show for the suit actor, which I think is kind of neat. In particular for Reds, I think looks the coolest and the most accurate. But so it's basically like that, the only difference being, well, he's taller, obviously, and he also has lights and sounds, which sets him apart from it. And I think he looks pretty good, like I said, sculpt-wise. I think it's kind of a little bit more of a streamlined sculpt compared to what we're going to be getting for the combined version, what we're going to be getting, or what we already got for Go Busters. There's just a lot more minimal paint details. It kind of just hits the exact one it needs to, so you don't have a ton. Oh, sorry about the jar there. Like, there wasn't a jar of jam, but like the camera jar. But like, it kind of just hits the necessary details it needs to, so that you don't have too much blank space going on. I don't think it looks that bad. It's clearly and obviously one that kids are going to enjoy more because of the playability value, and it's kind of one of those that you can just, you know, play around with and not worry about getting ruined or anything like that. But it's very, very minimal paint stuff. Of the three, even though this has lights and sounds, I personally still just prefer Reds, because again, I thought it was kind of neat the way it looked accurate to the show suit, which is kind of for this too. So I mean, I guess if you wanted to get this and paint it, that could be kind of cool. So because I don't think the proportions on the mold are that bad. I actually kind of like the way that the helmet looks here with sort of the see-through-ish green eyes because of the way the lights and sounds are going to be. So yeah, it's not going to be for everyone. This is primarily for kids unless you want to get it for paint. Although this is 40 bucks, which I don't think is really worth it for that. I would sooner go get one of the other guys I just brought in for that and then wait for this guy to go on clearance. He comes with this piece, which is just separate, which is only this like gray piece here, and then this piece which is on his kneecap in the packaging for some reason. So you got to put that together. That takes upwards of 2.5 seconds, maybe more, maybe less, depending on your skill level. His arms can move around, so you get a little bit of movement there. His legs are stationary. You can move his head, which is a nice touch. I've commented previously in mecha reviews of all kinds that it's always nice when their head can move, because see right there, it just gives it a little bit of personality, which I think makes it stand out a little bit more on the shelf. Also, when you get it, I'm just going to take this off for now because of the features we're going to be using. When you get it, these pieces here are separate. These feet pieces are attached separately. You can see it kind of comes apart there. You just snap them on. I think it's just to fit it in the packaging so that they can, well, fit it in a more slender packaging. Okay, so right here you see there is a little kind of button here that's green and see-through. This is what we're going to be using for the noises. So there's 3 modes basically. There's like on, off, and there's like a middle, almost try-me-esque mode. We're just going to start with the regular on mode first. And so when you press the button here, you switch between flight and attack mode, and it's activated via motion. If you're familiar with the old, I say old, it's only 2 years old, but the Power Rangers 2017 movie big Megazord figure that used motion, it's very similar to that.
It's time to defend the grid.
Is it though?
Ultrazord, ready for flight.
So this is flight.
Fasten your seatbelts.
This is flight mode. It'll make these kind of noises.
Beast-X Ultrazord, attack.
So you just kind of do this awkward motion.
We're going fast now.
I know this looks very awkward and wrong, but this is how you get the noises.
Beast-X Ultrazord, attack. Wow, we're going fast now.
Are we though?
Beast-X Ultrazord, attack.
These noises,
Wow, we're going fast now.
the standby noises honestly sound like 2 cheetahs fighting each other.
Beast-X Ultrazord, attack.
Then you can press that button
Ultrazord, ready for battle.
to power it down, and that'll enter into attack mode. And then you have to move it this way.
Ultra Blast.
Not ultra.
Take that. Ultra Blast. Take that. Ultra Blast. Hey Ranger, let's activate flight mode.
And then eventually it'll queue you up to do flight mode again, and it'll want you to press this.
Ultrazord, ready for flight. Fasten your seatbelts.
Here we go again. So basically, I'm just going to turn it off now so it doesn't keep cycling, but basically you press the button to switch between battle mode and flight mode. Battle mode has you going like this to activate noises, flight mode is up and down, and eventually when you're in battle mode, after you run out of sounds more or less, it signals you to switch to flight mode. Something I wanted to point out really quick is here on the box it says, whoa, everything's upside down. No matter what I do with this guy, I can't get him to say that if he's supposed to say that, or if that's just this psychotic kid here saying that as he tries to dunk this guy in the water, but I just wanted to point that out. Also, it's just kind of an hilarious image. Also, I like in the instructions how it has one of the modes of play is tossing it in the air and catching it, which kind of makes sense for cheaper ones like these, but considering this is kind of a more expensive-ish one, I don't know, I just thought it was funny, and I legitimately have never seen any toy instruction I've ever had in my entire life advise me to throw the toy in the air, unless it was like, you know, something you're supposed to throw like a ball. Okay, so this other mode here, it's kind of like this cross-play mode that's on it when you, well, buy it. It's kind of funny because I accidentally activated this and it was like going off the whole time I was trying to get it out of the box, but you press this.
Ultrazord, ready for flight. Fasten your seatbelts.
And you still get similar noises. And, you know, it'll make these noises here.
Beast-X Ultrazord, attack.
And you can also press this.
It's morphin' time. Let's work together to fight evil.
No.
It's time to defend the grid. It's morphin' time. Let's work together to fight evil. It's time to defend the grid. It's morphin' time.
And that's the one actually where it powers itself down. So that one basically gives you a flight mode that works very similar to regular flight mode, not fight mode. And then you can press that button for some more phrases and then it'll power itself down, whereas the other one will just keep going forever. I kept getting them mixed up. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of it though. Like, there might be a couple more little extra bits and phrases, but you get the core idea of what this guy's about. Like, overall, I think this will be a fun toy for kids. I mean, even though it does have the lights and sounds, I kind of find it to be a bit pricey for what they're trying to make for it, but I think if you find it on sale, I think kids will really like it because it's a cool robot that's got a bunch of sounds. For collectors, I don't recommend it so much, to be honest. Like I said, unless you really want to get this to paint it because you like the scale of it or like, you know, the proportions. But if you want to do that and you're really into the Zord design, I would definitely also wait for a sale on it because I just don't think it's really worth the price either way. Anyway, that's about it for this one. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to climb the steps and ring that bell to notifications for all my videos. In the review for the future transforming one, I will be taking a look at this guy compared to it, as well as compared to the Go Buster one, so look for that. Till next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.